Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Bailey and Kenzie from Eaglin.
And you're watching Music Enthusiast.
Hey guys, it's Gracie from the Music Enthusiast, and today I'm here with Eaglin. How are you?
Doing
Good.
well. How are you?
Good. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves? Because I know Eaglin is just your last name.
Right.
That's true. So I'm Bailey Eaglin.
And I'm Kenzie Eaglin.
And we are Eaglin.
Eaglin.
The band.
Yeah. Getting into the questions, what made you guys want to get into music?
Ooh.
Okay.
Like our family is pretty musical. Like we all really love music, listening to music. Our mom sang like when we were growing up, when I was little. Our dad loves music. We have an aunt that was a gospel singer. Like we've just always been surrounded by it, and it's always been like a catharsis for us, like an outlet to sort of just express ourselves, because we both kind of realized like from an early age that we enjoyed like writing, like songwriting. So I feel like we've just kind of always done it. It's just always been a part of our lives. Yeah, I don't know. And so like naturally kind of blending together and doing this together, like the older that we got, it just seemed like the natural next step.
Mm-hmm. I mean, do you have anything to add on, or?
Well, Bailey actually got me into music just because she started writing songs like, I don't know, in elementary school. I don't know when she started writing songs, but she'd get her guitar out and she'd be singing, and then she'd let me join her, and then it just, from then on out, we sang together.
That's really nice. I mean, obviously you guys have a lot of experience and time in music. Do you guys have a favorite musical memory that you can think of?
Okay, I have two, but I'll name one. Okay. So we have a cousin named Stella, and she was like the cutest little toddler. And whenever she came over to our house, one time Bailey wrote a song. It's like, "Hey, Stella, Stella," and we just add on stuff. "How you doing? And I just echo her. And it was so cute.
We would write little like cute songs just about like random things, and then it eventually became like real things. That's sort of how we got into it. But yeah, I'll say that my favorite musical memory is a more recent one. We have an EP coming out at the end of May, and we just recorded the last song that is going to be on the EP. It's called Sun's Out, and we recorded it in a studio in Denton. And we like Kenzie and I just like clicked in a way like in the studio that we really haven't before. Like it's always so like, for anybody that's been in the studio, it can be kind of intense because you're like working on like a schedule. You have to get in there, you have to like tap into your voice creatively and like produce something that is like kind of perfect and works, and it can just be like a lot of pressure. But Kenzie and I got in there like more recently and had like a blast in the studio. Like everything just like fell into place. Like we didn't have to do a ton of takes to get it to where we wanted it to be. And when you hear the song, when it releases in May, there's like a part where we're echoing each other, we're singing back and forth, and like you can hear me laughing like while I'm singing. Like it was just so much fun. And it's been such a tough year for so many people, I feel like, for so many different reasons. And we recorded some pretty heavy songs, that kind of spoke to that experience and our own individual perspectives. But recording that song as the last like piece in our EP just felt like we'd come full circle. And yeah, we're really excited to share it.
I mean, did that studio time, it obviously felt different, but was it like one of the best studio times that you guys had since you were so in sync?
I'd say so. It was my favorite studio session.
It was my favorite too. It just felt like it felt like a blast. It felt like, we were just having like an amazing time because we were, and the pressure was off, and summer is around the corner and people are being vaccinated, and like we're ready. We're ready.
Yeah, everyone's ready at this point.
Everybody's ready. I know.
Obviously you guys are doing pretty well in music. What was it like for you guys starting out in the music industry?
I feel like this kind of is our start, right? Like I mean, like, so the music industry, it's tough. Like the music industry is notoriously a tough place to grow as an artist because it's inherently like a business, and it doesn't really, it can be hard as a creative person to thrive in the business. And you know, we don't have a ton of touch points in it, to be honest. I mean, like, I moved to New York City in 2018 after I graduated, and I met some people out there that were pretty well connected, but really, like, Kinsey and I have always just been focused on like making the music, like not necessarily like climbing the ladder, just like getting our voices to be heard, and have a representation of the art that we love to create, like, you know, be on like streaming platforms. Like, that was our goal, and we were like, that will feel like we've succeeded. And so I think the music industry, music businessy stuff, like, we try not to get so bogged down with it all. We try to keep like, we have a team, like a management team full of like our friends, and like we like love them and care about them, and like we have, you know, studio connects that we like care about as people, and you know, we have our family behind us, and we've really tried to be intentional about making it feel less transactional and more just like, you know, like a creative, loving, friendly space. And as soon as we get like an inkling, I feel like that's not the vibe, or like someone's intentions are different than ours, I think, you know, we try to pivot as much as possible, because then it's not fun, you know? So it's kind of a roundabout way of saying, how you said how early, or like when did we get into it? I think
like,
I think
how has it been for you guys?
How's it been? I think we constantly talk to people, or I do anyway, like being in New York and talking to artists who have worked with this person, and like we had like a Grammy award winning like engineer like mix one of our records. Like, we've met some people that have been in the business for years, and the best thing that we've done as artists is listen to like what not to do. Like, you know, just like try to be ourselves, and keep the real ones close, you know.
Have you guys felt the competitive side of the music industry? Like, how's that been?
You know what? I think it's interesting. Some people get into music and like, you know, they set their hearts on these expectations that are like here, and they set their hearts on like what success means to them, and like what, and it can be so, it can cloud, like, I feel like the fun of it all. And I feel like with Kinsey and I, like, the only competitive energy that's really coming is like between ourselves and like the music that we're making. We're like, let's make this song better, like let's make this sound different, or like that, and that keeps it fun and exciting. Like, we look at, you know, our streams on Spotify, and we're new to this, we just released our very first song on all streaming platforms, you know, like February, I think, right? Like, that was sort of our formal introduction, and we're grateful every single day that like 2 people want to listen, or 3 people. Like, so when we see like thousands of streams, we're like, this is just like, it's incredible. Like, we you know, we were it's almost like it's never been like a competition to us, because it's the only thing that we feel like we're ourselves when we're doing, I feel like, you know.
Yeah.
So, but Kinsey, you might have a different perspective. What do you think? Do you feel like you're competitive? I feel like
I wouldn't say I've really seen the competitive side of the music industry.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. We'll let you know when we get there. If yeah, we'll let you know if we get there. Right now, it's like all fun and games, right? Like, we're having a great time. We love sharing our passion projects with people, and we love when it you know, when people resonate with it even once. So, you know, a few hundred times over, and we're like over the moon. But we're excited to be here. We're excited to share.
Just happy to be here.
We're just happy to be here.
That's how it should be. Music is supposed to be fun and like for everyone. And I've seen a lot of artists get kind of caught up in the competitive side of it.
Yeah. I feel like we have too, Ken's. Like, I feel like, I don't know if you can speak to that. You know, we grew up in Denton, Texas. North Texas is kind of an artsy town, and we have a lot of friends that have done really well in the music industry, like, you know, make really wonderful music. And some of them, like, it kind of becomes like, it can like be consuming. It's like the next, like, what's the next thing, like, you know. And I feel like we've just always been like, this is just like a lot of fun for us, and you know, we're gonna do it well. Like we want to produce, you know, a product that we're proud of, absolutely, but the only competition is really like with ourselves. You know,
I mean, talking more about your music, how do you guys tend to find inspiration for that?
Well, for me, I mean, we write separately, actually. I'll start off by saying that, because I said for me, usually like whoever I'm listening to at the moment, I tend to try to like write like them, or like write like a song, like just to challenge myself so I can try different types of music writing.
Yeah.
Or music making. I can't speak for Bailey though. I don't know what her process is.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm inspired by my experiences, by my family, by my like relationships, by the music that I listen to. And Kinsey, like I'd say the same for you. It's really interesting because Kinsey didn't used to write a lot, like, you know, or at least didn't used to share. Like I've been writing since I was like little. Like I would make up fake relationships in my head so that I could write a breakup song. Like I would just like always, you know, like get after it because it was like a fun thing to do. But Kinsey writing has been the coolest part about this experience, or about the experience of us working together, because we write differently. Like she was saying, like we write separately and we write differently, and we've found a way to blend the two together, which is something it's so beautiful. You know, like Kinsey writes from the heart and like makes you feel things, and I love like the pattern of it all and creating like sounds and things that resonate and stick. And so I think our writing styles combined, or that's the most fun part about having a sister that is into the same things you're into and somehow has the same talents, but like better. Like Kinsey and I have a little bit of an age gap. We're 6 years apart. So she's like my baby sister, and I've been doing this for so long. And like for her to just get it immediately and be able to write such amazing music, it's the coolest thing ever.
It's nice that it's a family thing. Do you guys find it kind of bonding at times?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys recently released your new single, Maybe, which is fantastic.
Thank you so much.
No problem. How are you guys feeling about that release?
So hyped. I'm just so happy it's out. That's so cool to have music out there for people to listen to.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was so cool too. We released our first song ever. It was called Vanilla, and it was like a poppy, like our sort of like ode to like the 80s almost. It was like a super fun like song. And it was our introduction, and people loved it, like the poppy vibe. And we had a conversation about what song should be next. And we have 3 singles, so we have a third, but we were like, maybe we just like go in a different direction and like release a different side of us. That way we're presenting ourselves, you know, like accurately. Like we listen to a lot of music, we write differently, and we are eclectic. And I don't think that you could really put us into one genre, even if you tried. Like we've tried and we can't figure it out. So the release of Maybe was really cool because I feel like it was, I don't know, it was like, and also here's
different.
This. Yeah, like okay, so we had that pop track, and here's our like art house classic rock track because we love that too. And then like people really love that as well. So it was really cool to see people resonate with a 5-minute song, like, and stream like a 5-minute song over and over again. Like to us, that's incredible, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty big accomplishment.
Thank you. Yeah, it's awesome. We just hope that, you know, it was, we were really trying to speak to our experience like in lockdown and over the past year or so. And, you know, we both, I would say, I would consider myself an activist, and, you know, social justice is very important to me. And I think that, you know, we were feeling a lot of that when we were writing that song. So to share it with people meant even more than just it being a song that we're releasing. You know, it was really like what we had to say. So
I know you spoke on it a bit, saying that you do have other songs that you guys had to choose from. Was it like, what was the process like for picking which one was going to be the second single?
It was a little difficult because, you know, we used Vanilla as our like intro to us, to Eaglin. And then we're like, how do we, like, do we keep it the same? Like, we have another song that's kind of similar to Vanilla. And we're just wondering, like, do we keep it the same, or do we show them, you know, we can change it up. We can switch it up a little bit. And we chose to switch it up a little bit. And that's what brought Maybe out so soon.
I mean,
Also,
obviously,
yeah.
you guys have written a lot of music with COVID. Have you guys seen your music change or evolve from your first song to now this song coming out?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. That, you know, another thing I'll say about Maybe is that was the first song that Kinsey and I ever wrote together. So that song, it's literally like the first verse is like all me and like what I had to say, and then Kinsey wrote the entire second verse, and we like merged the two songs, and you can hear a shift. Like if you listen to the song, you know, like you can hear that there's a difference, but I think it works. And I was like, you were asking about the music industry a little earlier. And I think that that's the conversation that we have when we are picking these singles. We're like, should we think about like what the audience like might want, like however small our audience is? Or like, is that what we go with, or do we go with what means the most to us? And like, you know, are we leading with our heart, or, you know, are we leading with like fear or something else that's not as wholesome? And so I think that for us, that was like our statement piece to say, no, we're going to do what we want to do. But so, yeah, sorry. I don't know if I answered your, your more recent question.
Yeah, I mean, do
nice.
you have anything to add on?
That's it. That's all I can think of.
That's it. It's our statement piece. We do what we
want. Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. And obviously, I think that you guys have seen yourselves evolve through your music as well, have you?
I would say so.
Yeah, I mean, you especially started at a young age, you said, so you obviously must see a difference from your child self to now being a little more grown up and understanding music more.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting. When I was younger, you know, I listened to a lot of like what kids listen to. So I was listening to like the Jonas Brothers, and, you know, like I'll say this too, like vocally, I consider myself like more of a singer-songwriter, whereas Kinsey is a vocalist, like, and also a singer-songwriter. But her instrument 100% is her voice. And Kinsey was like little when I started writing. So I was just writing to my own strengths. But there's something really beautiful and really fun. And, you know, you see a lot of songwriters do this. You see a lot of like prominent artists that love writing for other people, you know, because they can kind of change it up and they can write differently. And so when Kinsey started coming into her own, like with her voice and these pipes that I'm like, how, like what? I feel like my writing like really changed, and I got to write songs like Vanilla, where I'm like, I could never sing this song. Like this is not, and I could like because the way I wrote Vanilla, and a lot of, you know, the way that I wrote it, like it was very folky and like pared back, but I was like, wait, like I could make this like cute. I can make this like very anthemic. I can make it a bop, like whatever, because my sister has Whitney Houston pipes. Like I can do whatever. Kinsey's like, don't do it. No, she's humble, but I'm like, come on, you're 17 and you can belt like nobody's business. So I think, yes, I've seen my writing evolve tremendously, and it's mainly because I have the freedom to, you know, to do whatever I want, because my little sister can sing her complete butt off. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, have you seen a growth in your vocals?
And mine or Kinsey?
Both of you.
I was like, no. I was like, that's the point I just made. You haven't seen a change in your vocals?
No,
Kinsey?
I have. I was mocking you. No, yes, I say I have. I used to make singing videos and music in middle school, and I listened back on them pretty recently, and I thought I killed it on those videos, but I listened back, I was like, oh. But it's just like, that just comes with like learning different things. Like I think I was a pretty good singer in middle school. It's just I know more now, you know? Yeah. So I've seen changes from then to now. I've seen changes in Bailey's voice. She just doesn't give herself enough credit.
Oh,
Yes, I do. Yeah, I think I'm good. But like, there's a difference between like a singer-songwriter and then like a vocalist, you know? So it's, you know, they're both valid and awesome. And I listen to both, but yeah, it is really cool.
Do you guys have any future projects that you could hint at or tell us about?
Ooh, Bailey, I'm gonna let you.
You know, we're focused on releasing this summer EP at the end of May, and we're so excited to share with people. We think people are gonna really, you know, dig it. I hope that they do. We do. It's a lot of fun, but we have some projects that we're just over the moon. They are in the works. We have, you know, we've realized that getting video content out there during a pandemic when you can't perform is important. So we're really working on that, and we're hoping to release some new videos in the fall. And we have 2 new songs that are not going to be on the EP. We thought about putting them on the EP, but we were like, these songs need their own space and time. So we have a fall phase that we're really looking forward to. We're excited about the summer. We can't wait, but I mean, I think we're the most proud of. Maybe I won't say that. We're very proud of what's to come in fall. So yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome.
I mean, Kinsey, do you agree with that?
Yes, 100%. I agree with everything she just said.
Yep.
We'll definitely be looking out for the new music and videos. Super
and
excited.
In the fall.
This is more of a fun question for you guys, but if you could describe yourself and your music in 2 to 3 words, what do you think they would be? Who wants to go first?
Bailey?
Kinsey does.
Okay, I'll go first. Okay, so like I do 3 words and then she does 3 words?
Sure.
Okay, let me think. I would say fun, real, kind of some of our music is kind of, you know, it's a little real. And then 3rd, I'd say vibey.
Ooh. Which is not a word, I think.
Which is not a word, but I made it a word.
We can make it
might
counts.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
No, we don't. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I got it.
Bailey, what about you?
All right, let's see. I mean, I'll say, okay, to describe us and our music, you know, I'll say I think that Kinsey and I are both like old souls. And I think that there's something special that happens when you have an old soul trying to make modern music. You end up getting music that's coming from a place of feeling. And I'm not answering your question right now, but
working around it.
I'm working around it. I mean, I'll say like, I'll say dynamic, and I mean that from like a more technical perspective. I try to do that like when I write. I'll say it's dynamic. I'll say it's like refreshing, maybe. I don't. Kinsey already said fun, but fun, yeah. But I think it's just like, what's another word for just like, I already said refreshing. I won't say vibey. Family? I don't know.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. No. Okay. I didn't. Yeah.
Anything works.
Anything
you're
works.
Like, I don't know. It was supposed to be
3 words.
No, those are my 3. Yeah, those are my 3.
Family.
Those are all good words, especially being put on the spot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you
very much.
For your futures, do you have a dream collaboration that you would want to have?
A dream collaboration? Yeah, I mean, my like hero is Paul McCartney. Like, I think he's the greatest of all time to ever do it. So linking up with Sir Paul would be like my absolute dream collaboration, and we would maybe sing Ebony and Ivory, and it'd be hilarious. You guys are like, I don't know what that is, but I think Sir Paul for sure.
I would say Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper is what you would say?
Yeah, sorry, Franklin, our dog jumped up here. I have no control over him. I'd say Chance the Rapper because I would want to make a song like Sunday Candy with him. Don't you think, Bailey? That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think so, Kinsey. Yeah.
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 Or Rex. I don't know. He's just my favorite artist at the moment. So
Rex Orange County. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, speaking of other artists, do you guys have a favorite song at the moment?
Bailey's is probably anything by Dua Lipa right now.
It's true. Yeah, Dua Lipa goes hard. All right, let me tell you. Doja Cat puts out fun. I'm like in that like transition to summer phase, so I'm listening to a lot of like. Is that good? Okay, you muted. We have several dogs at home. I'm in New York, Kenzie's in Texas. Yeah, I'll say like, you know, I'm listening to a lot of pop radio right now. So anything on the radio, Dua, Miley, you know, those are good. Are they still barking, Kenzie? They are.
It's
all right,
okay.
I'll say for Kenzie, favorite song at the moment is Peaches by Justin Bieber. No.
She's saying no.
No.
What is it then?
Mine would. I'd probably say maybe by Eaglin. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I would say Vanilla by Eaglin. Yeah.
Vanilla by Eaglin. I'd say Best Friend by Rex Orange County. No. Corduroy Dreams by Rex Orange County.
All right.
I mean, those are all good choices.
Thank you.
Especially your own songs. Nice promo.
Yeah. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. My last question for you guys. Our blog mainly focuses on up and coming artists. Do you guys have anyone that you have your eye on that you would recommend to others?
That's a really cool question.
Dory Valentine.
She's amazing. People should listen to her.
Yeah,
she's so good. Her writing reminds me of like Kenzie's like writing too. Very like, you know, emotionally charged. It's really good. She's great.
I recommend that too.
All right.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for doing this interview. It was so great to talk with you and get to know you better.
Thank you so much for having us. This is so fun.